Hi, I'm Joe Foster. Welcome to the advanced martial art of Kenjute. Kenjute covers 8 elements of learning. One of the key elements, of course, with us is hands-on weapons training. Many martial arts will teach you weapons, or say they teach weapons, but in essence you go out and do a routine with the weapon, spinning it like a baton or whatever. We do weapon routines as well, known as kata or forms, but we actually focus on teaching you how to use handheld weaponry as part of your combat arsenal. From 0 to black belt, we look at Yawara stick, which is a shorter pressure point weapon interchangeable for something like a pen or flashlight. Then we get into short stick or a police extension baton, riot stick, interchangeable for something like a golf club, baseball bat, staff, interchangeable for a long shovel or rake, double sticks, rope, of course, we do at brown belt, and at black belt we get into bladed or edged weapons, doing handheld knife fighting skills. So as an extension of Fight with the Rope Part 1 that you saw in a previous video, this is Fight with the Rope Part 2, where we show you the additional rope self-defenses a brown belt would learn in the advanced martial art of Kenjute. Whatever the weapon is, we teach you how to defend in the height zone, width zone, and depth. What do I mean by that? If somebody's attacking from above, how to deal with it. If somebody's coming from underneath, how to deal with it. Working the outside of the arm, the inside of the arm, and depth. Okay? Don't forget to check out our online learning programs at www.kenjuteinternational.com, where you can see the entire Kenjute system and learn it at your own pace. So let's now take a look at Fight with the Rope, Part 2, the additional self-defenses in Kenjute. The second technique, rising rope for an uppercut. So remember, don't start with your hands apart because there's a lot of give in this rope. If he comes at me with this uppercut here and my hands apart and I do this block, I'm going to wear this. So you have to keep it tight and snap it down. And as you do this movement here, go back off angle towards 730. Immediately flick this rope into his eyes. And when you flick it, your hands are not apart, they're close together, so the rope projects forward and strikes this way. That'll snap his head back. I jump to a one-leg stance, wrap the rope around the neck, and do a side kick. Which knee you kick really doesn't matter because I've got a gravitational check up here with the rope. I'm going to take the close one in this instance here with my right side kick. I left knee him in the back and I let him hang for a while. The gravity will put him to sleep, and then I'm going to pull the rope with the right hand. Careful training with students because you get rope burns with this technique. As you're pulling, you palm forward. Step up, stomp on the spine, stomp on the ankle, and then cover out. Okay, other side. So from here, going off angle, stepping back, retreating. Snap it, flip the face, jump past one leg. Now I'm farther along, so I'll kick this leg. I left knee him in the back and I let him hang for a while. Pull and palm, step up, kick the spine, kick the ankle, and then cover out. Now in the talk, I had mentioned how we could interchange it with things like a towel. So here's an example. You take the towel, remember? And you know, if the towel was open, you can remember that this can be an offensive weapon too. What do I mean by that? If I put a shield, he doesn't know what's coming. Here's the shield and there's the punch in the face. Same idea. You can use this to distract. If you put it up towards his face and he reaches up, you can pop him in the groin. He doesn't see that coming. But here we go with the rope technique for rising rope. Same idea. Go back off angle and snap. This time when you flick the face, it doesn't have to stay close together like this. It can actually open up so you can wrap it around his head. Take him to the ground, and then you can do a lot of variations from this position too. Okay? So, rising rope. Circling rope for a roundhouse punch. You're in your fighting position, he steps in and swings, block by snapping it. Now since you have this hand on top with the left, you just track it down and there's the inverted punch to the face. I want to bend him over, so you take the right hand and you uppercut into the stomach. That allows your left hand to be on top, so it wraps over the top as you cross behind. Then all you're going to do from here is kneel and pull him over the top, cross the rope over and press it into the ground. Pull the rope with the right hand as you drop back, stomp the skull, and cover out. Okay, let's try this side. Same idea, coming in, snap, punch one, punch two, wrap it, drop, take him over. He goes around the side, it's okay, cross it, press the choke, drop back, stomp the skull, and cover up. Okay, up. Circling rope. Reversing rope, backswing. You're here fighting, the backswing comes in. What you're going to do is slip, block out or above the elbow. This time the right hand is high. And when you do this block, his head will come down a little bit because I didn't block straight away. I came down just on a slight angle, so I can track up, wrap with the right as I cross behind in a horse stance, and all I do is set a choke with him across my back for leverage. When I want to take him down, I pull down and buckle this leg here, do a right downward looping roundhouse on the chest, strike into the groin, and cover out. Other side. So from this position, slide this way so you can stay on. From here, you step ahead, walk. From this position, wrap over the top, cross behind. Here's the choke. Stay there as long as you want, but there's the choke. You're going to buckle that leg as you pull him to the ground. Right downward looping roundhouse, step, strike the groin, and cover up. Reversing rope. Thrusting rope. So this would be a punch. It could be to your face, to your chest, to your midsection. We'll just keep it. Maybe he's coming at my face or chest. From here, you're going to slip outside and block. And immediately when you're blocking, and I don't necessarily have to block at or above the elbow because this is a straight vector punch. The trick with this though is to take the bottom end and just loop it. And you trap it with your thumb on the wrist. I'm going to swing the arm through as I knee him in the leg, lift up nice and high, reverse gravitational check as I step behind. You've been in that maneuver before, many techniques. Take the left hand and loop it over the top and set the choke. Now he's in a hammer lock with the right hand and he's in a choke with the left. I kick out the leg, go backwards, take him to the ground and spin him, pull the rope with the right, and as I pull the rope with the right, I do a left knee into the spine and the back and palm his head into the ground. Then I cover out. Okay? Let's try the other side. So from this position here, you're going to slip and block, wrap, knee through as you swing, step behind. Now you're going to crank this arm. Some people say, well, what do I do if I can't reach? It's not a big deal. You just let the rope slide along this arm at the bottom. Here's the set on the top. Kick, take him to the ground, roll him away, knee and palm as you pull the rope, and cover out. Okay? Thrusting rope. captured rope cross. So this is the cross wrist grab. You know, maybe you're fighting whatever and he gets a hold of that wrist. Not a big deal. Place the other hand on top. Do an outward block with the bottom hand so you have both hands on top. And what you're doing is trying to secure his hand. So that way he's in control. I do a drop step, and as I drop step, I pull him up nice and high on an angle this way, which allows me to immediately come back and shoot the rope into the neck. Okay, let's see that part again. So the trick when I do this is to pull and shift, okay? So you want to pull and shift. Now do not make the mistake of doing this, pulling down, because if you pull down, it's going to be really hard to take that guy backwards. Pull horizontally or even slightly up, okay? So here comes the grab, secure, pull and punch from this position here. Step past, side kick the head, and then cover, okay? Let's try again. Grabs, pin and secure, pull and punch from this position here. Step past and slide to check so he doesn't grab you with that arm, side kick the head, and then cover out. So for the cross wrist grab with the rope. Next up, same side wrist grab. From here, he's got to hold the same side. So I take my left hand, come on the inside of his hand and grab and secure like this. I step ahead with the right foot and drive up with a flapping elbow. And when you drive up with that flapping elbow, it's to dislocate that arm. To check his height, you immediately hammer him in the groin with a hammer fist here. Since the left hand's high, you wrap it around the neck. Simply cross behind. You're going to take him around the outside over your leg this way to the ground. Then you're going to pull that rope as you do a right knee and a left palm, then kick through. Okay? Again, from this position here, secure on the inside, step ahead, flap and drive this way. You want to hammer him in the groin, hook around that head, cross behind and take him to the ground. Right knee, left palm as you pull that rope and kick through. For the same side, wrist grab. Continuing along, what do you do if he grabs your weapon? So now you're struggling over the rope. Well, when you struggle over the rope and you're fighting over it, what people forget is if he really wants this rope, let him have it and hit him in the face. He's not expecting that because his focus is on the rope. So if the guy's really struggling, you're being overpowered, simply let go and slug him in the face. However, I want my weapon. I paid for this. So we're struggling away. What I want to do is do a shin kick here to bend him forward, plant, and step back and pull low. That brings him down. I immediately shoot up around the neck. Notice that his hands end up being trapped. I step up in primary knee up into the body, drop back and turn, taking him to the ground. His hands are still trapped. Left knee, left palm as you pull that rope, drop step, and stomp into the head. Okay, let's try the other side. From this position, he's got the rope, shin kick here. Plant, step back, pull down low, punch high. Immediately skip up, primary knee, drop back, take him to the ground. Left knee, left palm, drop back, and stomp. Okay. I should point out, when you're training with your partner with the rope, you know, as Mr. Williamson and I are going through these techniques, we're trying to be quite careful when you're passing this along the neck. Because if this was a chain, if it was a rope that had a lot of fibers in it and you're pulling, your training partners would get a lot of rope burns on their neck. So you have to think about training safety when you're training with the rope. So that's what you do if somebody grabs your weapon. Next, you're using your rope in self-defense, but the person is no longer empty-handed. They now have a weapon. In this case, it's an edged weapon. You don't want to play with knives, very serious threat, but the problem is this doesn't really have as much strength versus this rope. If it's a heavier rope, such as a chain, I would leave it longer. But this is kind of flimsy working that arm that's coming in. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to fold it so it gives me a little bit more density in terms of the action. From this position here, as the outside is the first one, remember in all previous belts as well, we did a technique on the outside of the incoming edged weapon, and the second one's on the inside. So this is the outside. So the club comes down, you're going to go off angle, you're going to hit up away from you. So as you hit it away and strike, you're immediately going to come back and strike through the face. Then just repeat the process. Okay? Let's try the other side. Same idea. Once again, if I have a rope, and if my rope is just a very flimsy rope or a towel, my best defense is really to run. But this is, you have it, he's already on top, he's attacking you. So I'm going up the circle, and I'm trying to hit it away from me this way to get it to leave, and then I'm hitting through the face. And I'm just repeating that process, focusing on striking his face as many times as possible, and exiting. Okay? So on the outside, we are slipping and basically guiding it away and attacking the face, and then focusing on the face with multiple hits. So that is against the edge weapon on the outside. And now to finish up with the official rope techniques, he still has that edge weapon, but we're working on the inside. Same idea. This is a flimsy rope, so I'm folding it and trying to have a little bit more density with my striking ability. And the idea is to hit as hard as you can against that incoming arm so that it guides the knife away. So since I'm working the inside, here comes the attack. I'm going up the circle, and the reason I'm going up the circle is to get past the blade, and I'm focusing on that arm. Game from here, I'm going up the circle and hitting it to take it away, and immediately hitting that face. Face, 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 and have some fun with it, okay? Same thing on the other side. Going up the circle this time, taking the arm away. Hit through the face, 1, 2, hit up, and that would be your technique. Now, even with this rope that's quite flimsy, as we're doing that technique, even striking with your partner, he could feel those strikes. Now picture that same idea with a chain. Remember, chain being stronger, you would use the longer end to keep that weapon away from you. So those are the rope self-defenses for first degree brown belt. If you're interested in learning more about what we do, please visit our website, www.kenjuteinternational.com, where you too can get involved with Kenjute's online learning program from anywhere in the world. Thanks for watching.